Have you ever felt like your hair just isn't keeping up with you anymore? Maybe it's thinning faster than it used to, maybe it looks weaker, or maybe the growth simply slowed down. If that sounds like you, don't worry, you're not alone. Today I'm going to share something powerful with you, 4 natural secrets you can start using right at home that may help you see real improvement in just 7 days. Yes, 7 days. You'll learn why hair slows down as we age, what's happening inside the body, and how a few simple habits can turn things around faster than you think. Now, before we jump into these natural growth boosters, let's talk about something important: men's health after 50. A lot of changes happen around that age, and most men don't realize how deeply those changes affect the hair. When testosterone begins to gradually shift, when circulation isn't as strong as it used to be, and when stress builds up over time, the body reacts in ways we didn't expect. The hair is one of the first places where these changes show up, and many men think it's just age, but no, most of it comes from imbalanced inflammation, poor blood flow, and lifestyle habits that can absolutely be improved. The good news is that your body is always trying to heal. Your hair follicles want to stay active. They want nourishment, oxygen, and the right environment to grow. And when you give your body those tools naturally and consistently, you're going to feel a difference not just in your hair, but in your energy, confidence, and overall health. I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine waking up one morning, running your fingers through your hair, and noticing it feels stronger, fuller, healthier. It may not happen overnight, but you can begin to see real signs in the first week when you approach hair growth from the inside and outside together. What I'm going to share with you today is not magic. It's not a product advertisement. These are simple natural steps based on circulation, nourishment, and hormonal balance. Things that truly matter, especially for men over 50. Here's something most people never talk about: timing. When you apply a natural remedy, when you eat certain nutrients, and when you rest your body, it all affects hair growth. Your follicles follow cycles. They respond to your stress levels, your quality of sleep, and even your blood sugar. If your timing is off, even good remedies won't work as well. But when the timing is right, every little thing you do becomes more effective. I'll walk you through that so nothing is wasted. Before I give you the first natural secret in the next part, I want you to understand one key truth: rapid hair growth happens when the body feels safe, nourished, and calm. If your lifestyle is filled with constant stress, late nights, irregular meals, too much caffeine, or poor hydration, your body will put hair growth on the back burner. It will prioritize survival instead. That's why these solutions aren't just about applying oils. They're about restoring balance in a way your body can respond to immediately. Now let's get into the first natural secret that can wake up your hair follicles and encourage faster growth within days. This one is all about circulation. Think of your hair follicles like tiny plants. If those plants don't get enough nutrients and oxygen, they dry out, weaken, and eventually stop growing. The scalp is the same way. When blood flow slows down, the follicles go into a resting phase, and that's when thinning becomes noticeable. But when you increase circulation, you deliver more nutrients to the roots, and the follicles start to react quickly. One of the simplest and most effective ways to boost circulation is gentle scalp stimulation. You don't need any tool, you don't need expensive products, just your fingertips. Spend 2 to 3 minutes every evening. Right before bed, gently working your fingertips in circular motions around the scalp. Start at the temples, move up toward the crown, and finish at the back of the head. What this does is warm the scalp, oxygenate the tissues, and wake up sleepy follicles that have been stuck in the resting phase. And when you combine this with the right timing, right before sleep, you give your body the perfect opportunity to repair and rebuild during the night. But circulation alone isn't enough. Your follicles also need nourishment. And this brings us to the second natural secret: restoring the oils your scalp naturally loses over time. As we get older, the skin begins to produce less natural oil. That means the follicles get less protection. A dry scalp becomes irritated, inflamed, and more vulnerable to breakage and thinning. A nourished scalp, on the other hand, stays calm, hydrated, and supported. One of the best ways to nourish the scalp naturally is using a light blend of oils. Something simple like warm almond oil or a mixture of almond and a few drops of rosemary oil. You don't need much. Even a small amount massaged gently into the roots can help support the environment your follicles need to function better. Keep it light, don't oversaturate, and let the oils rest on the scalp for several hours or overnight. What makes this especially effective is the warmth of your hands. The warmth helps open the pores and allows better absorption. And here's where timing becomes important again. Your body does the majority of its repair work during sleep. When you apply these oils and stimulate the scalp shortly before bed, your body can use this window to nourish the follicles in a deeper way. It's like giving your hair a nighttime treatment that works while you rest. Many people notice that their hair feels softer, thicker, and more energized in just the first few days of doing this consistently. Lifestyle plays a big role in how these natural secrets perform. If you're dehydrated, the scalp becomes dry. If you're not eating well, the follicles don't get enough building blocks. And if stress is high, your body pulls resources away from hair growth. So every small step, from drinking enough water to giving yourself a few minutes of relaxation, helps the hair respond even faster. Now let's move into the third natural secret, And this one surprises a lot of people because it has nothing to do with the scalp itself. It has everything to do with what's happening inside your body. Hair is made from nutrients, and if your body isn't receiving or absorbing those nutrients properly, the follicle simply can't produce strong, healthy strands. Many men over 50 experience slower digestion, lower absorption, and higher inflammation without even realizing it. These issues quietly interfere with hair growth long before any thinning becomes visible. One of the simplest ways to support internal nourishment is focusing on foods that naturally calm inflammation and improve circulation. When inflammation is high, it tightens the blood vessels and restricts the nutrients that should be reaching your hair follicles. But when you reduce inflammation, the blood flows more freely, delivering everything the follicles need. Something as simple as adding a handful of nuts, a few berries, or a serving of leafy greens each day can make a noticeable difference. These foods are rich in antioxidants and minerals that help strengthen the roots and reduce the stress your follicles face daily. Another part of this internal support is hydration. This may sound small, but dehydration is one of the fastest ways to weaken the scalp and slow down growth. When your body runs low on water, the skin becomes dry and the hair becomes brittle. Drinking enough water throughout the day keeps the follicles flexible and responsive. Think of it like watering a plant. Without moisture, no growth is possible. But when the body stays hydrated, the scalp stays balanced and the roots can function the way they're supposed to. Now let's talk about something many people overlook: stress. Long-term stress sends signals to the body that slow down anything considered non-essential. Hair growth is one of the first things to decline. Even if you're eating well, even if you're applying oils and doing scalp stimulation, chronic tension can interfere with results. One of the most effective things you can do is take a few minutes during your day to pause and breathe deeply. It may sound too simple, but deep breathing helps relax the blood vessels, improves oxygen flow, and keeps your body from entering that negative cycle where it pulls energy away from your hair. If you really want to boost hair growth naturally, combine relaxed breathing with grounding activities like a short walk, stretching, or even stepping outside for fresh air. These small habits help regulate your nervous system, reduce inflammation, and encourage better blood supply to the scalp. Your follicles respond quickly when the body feels balanced and calm. And that's why many people start noticing improvement in just a few days when they take care of the inside and outside at the same time. The final part involves giving your hair a stronger foundation using one more natural secret. This last piece ties everything together and helps you get results that last longer than just a week. You're going to learn how to strengthen the roots, improve thickness, and support long-term growth without complicated routines or expensive products. Now let's move into the fourth natural secret, and this one brings everything together by strengthening the roots and building long-term support for thicker, healthier hair. You can improve circulation, nourish the scalp, and calm the body from the inside, but if the roots themselves are weak, the hair will still fall out easily. What you want is stronger follicles that can hold onto the hair firmly and produce thicker strands with each new growth cycle. One of the most effective ways to do this naturally is by using warm treatments that gently open the pores of the scalp. When the pores open, the follicles receive nutrients more efficiently and release built-up tension and dryness. A simple warm towel wrap can make a huge difference. All you do is take a towel, soak it in warm water, wring it out, and wrap it around your head for 2 to 3 minutes. This softens the scalp, increases blood flow, and prepares the follicles to absorb anything you apply afterward. It's a gentle method, but extremely powerful when done consistently. Another root strengthening method is giving your scalp short periods of rest from heavy products, gels, sprays, and shampoos filled with chemicals. Many people don't realize this, but product buildup can clog the pores and weigh down the roots. When the pores stay clogged, the follicles struggle to breathe. So giving your scalp a break, even just one day a week, helps reset the natural balance. Your scalp becomes cleaner, lighter, and more responsive to the natural remedies you're using. Along with this, your follicles need minerals that support growth and thickness. The body uses minerals like zinc, magnesium, and silica to build strong strands. You can get these naturally from foods like seeds, nuts, beans, leafy greens, and a little fruit. Even small amounts added to your meals each day can make a difference. When your body receives these building blocks, the hair coming out of the scalp becomes stronger, which means less breakage and a fuller look from root to tip. One more part of this natural secret involves protecting your hair from unnecessary stress. Many people brush too aggressively, wash too often, or pull their hair tight without realizing the damage. Gentle care goes a long way. When you're drying your hair, pat it instead of rubbing it. When you're brushing, start at the ends and move up slowly. These simple habits help prevent unnecessary strain on the roots. And when the roots aren't stressed, they stay stronger and support better growth. Finally, your overall lifestyle continues to play a major role. Good sleep gives your hair time to repair. Eating at regular times keeps your hormones steady. Staying active improves blood flow. All these pieces work together to support rapid growth. When your body is balanced, your scalp nourished, and your roots protected, you create the perfect environment for thicker, healthier hair, not just for 7 days, but long into the future. Now that you understand all 4 natural secrets, let's bring everything together so you can follow a simple routine that fits easily into your daily life. Remember, the goal isn't to overwhelm you with complicated steps. The goal is to help your body create the right conditions for rapid, healthy hair growth. And when you combine circulation, nourishment, internal balance, and root strength, your body responds in powerful ways. Let's walk through how your day might look when you start applying these natural methods. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing your body needs is hydration. A glass of water on an empty stomach helps your cells wake up, supports digestion, and improves circulation throughout the day. When your circulation is strong, the follicles receive more oxygen and nutrients, which supports the growth cycle right from the start. A small stretch or short walk in the morning helps even more by relaxing the muscles around the neck and improving blood flow to the scalp. Throughout the day, your focus should be on steady energy. When you eat regularly and choose foods with minerals and antioxidants, you support your hair from the inside. You don't need complicated meals. Even simple choices, a handful of nuts, a piece of fruit, a plate with greens, make a huge difference over time. These foods help calm inflammation and give your follicles the building blocks they need to produce strong strands. As the day goes on, pay attention to stress levels. One of the biggest hair disruptors is tension that builds slowly in the mind and body. When stress rises, your blood vessels tighten, circulation drops, and the follicles don't get what they need. If you catch yourself feeling tense, take a slow, deep breath and let it out fully. Even a few seconds of controlled breathing improves oxygen flow and helps your body stay in the balanced state that supports hair growth. Consistency in these small habits creates big changes. Now, when evening arrives, this is when the magic really happens. Your body repairs, rebuilds, and restores itself during sleep. This is the perfect time to support hair growth from the outside. A gentle 2-minute scalp stimulation helps activate those sleepy follicles. Follow it with a small amount of warm almond oil or your preferred natural blend. Your hands should feel relaxed, not forceful. Remember, you're encouraging the follicles, not pushing them. When the scalp is warm and nourished before bed, the body can work during the night to strengthen the roots and support new hair growth. If you want to take it one step further, use a warm towel wrap for a couple of minutes before applying the oils. This opens the pores and allows deeper absorption. And when you lie down to sleep, your body begins its natural repair cycle. With circulation increased, stress reduced, and your scalp supported, you create the perfect environment for rapid improvement. This is why many people start noticing softer, thicker, healthier hair within just a week. What matters most is consistency. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to show up for your hair a little each day. The body responds quickly when you give it the right conditions. And the best part, these natural methods not only support your hair, they help your mind, your energy, and your overall well-being.